Hello everyone, it's SPG Lucina back at it again with some Mr. Love, Queen's Choice. So anyway, what happened in the last episode? We ate at a fancy place. Yes. And I think we're just waiting to get approved by the boss. Yes, so let's continue the story. Job well done. I'll submit the due diligence report to the company as soon as possible and give you a copy. Good day. Is that Cindy? I forgot her name. Thanks. Not surprisingly from a business standpoint, LFG really cares about our broad consumer-facing productions. We got several plans for the food show. We need to get on that so it can be put online before the board meeting. It'll be a direct impact on how LFG elevates our capability as a business. Did you read the plans? I like Celebrity and Cuisine by Willow. It's got an interesting angle and will surely go viral. I actually still prefer Souvenir. Did the boss accept your offer? No, and I've paid several visits there recently with my project proposal, but it's never open. You wrote up the proposal already? Uh-huh. When did you have time for that? Didn't you agree to give that report to Victor? Is that done? Almost. Oh god. I know, I will do it. Like Souvenir, even if you have the best food, without appropriate management, you won't get popular. If I want to keep this studio going, I can't just focus on making shows all the time. Even I understand that. So about the food show, should I tell Willow to get started? Yeah. 2 days later, I came to LFG to do the mock report for Victor. Not long after I started, I was interrupted.
You took this long to prepare a report like this.
Bro, he sounds like my teacher. Not to me, but to like those students who have like late work. Is there a problem?
I think the board has better things to do.
I felt my heart fall heavy instantly.
If you're not taking this seriously, then don't waste others' time. Compared to running a studio, you seem more at home on a film set. If I said something wrong, by all means, defend yourself.
Though he's always looked down on me, this is the first time I've met with such cold indifference. It's not criticism, it's complete denial. It was a I thought I said it better. It was a bitter feeling to swallow, but I remained silent. Because he's right. I've devoted too much time to planning shows. As the head of the studio, I didn't do what I should be doing. Thanks for your time. I'll do more to prepare going forward.
The board will listen to your report, but I will not be there. Now, you can go.
He didn't give me a second glance. I'll try my best on the report. I trudged out of the office. The feeling of regret and self-accusation weighed so heavily I could barely breathe. I would break down crying if I stayed here any longer. But not until I got into a taxi did I find I had left my notebook on Victor's office. It's too embarrassing to go back. I thought some more. It has plans for the food show, the board report, and some meeting notes. Can't do the food show, failed the work report, now I even lose my notebook. That report just has to succeed. I've really let myself get sidetracked too much these past few days. I've forgotten that Kritikaya Company is on the verge of bankruptcy. In the depths of depression, I got a message on my phone. You may film here. You may film here? A message from a stranger? Is that some guest for a show? But it says here. Holy moly, Souvenir! Turns not Texan, but like, you know what I mean. When it suddenly dawned on me, I always jumped right up inside the car. I immediately sent a big string of replies. Souvenir's boss, you've saved the day for me. When it's convenient for you, I'll return with a detailed show plan. It's so great that I can make a show about Souvenir. Oh, but I still have to redo that report for the board. I can definitely do this. Unable to hold back a smile, I read the message. Ah! I am recording! Oh my... Okay, so somebody just like messaged me and I'm gonna have to cut that out of this video now. Clap, clap, clap. So unable to hold back a smile, I read the message several times and carefully added him to my contacts. I'm clicking. Okay. Okay, let's go. 2 days later, I brought a cameraman and director to Souvenir as scheduled. Mr. Mills was already there to welcome us. Renica, we meet again. I didn't expect I would see the day that a camera is allowed in Souvenir. Thanks for helping us. Is the boss not here today? Yes, I'll be doing the interview today. Is that alright? Of course. Let's begin. This boss really knows how to keep a low profile. I sat aside recollecting my thoughts about the work report. Mr. Mills, when did you start working at Souvenir? 2 years ago, when I happened to pass by, I was attracted by an aroma of wine. I didn't have any money on me back then. Luckily, I knew a thing or two about fine dining, so I was hired. Oh, is that the payment that was asked of you? Nodding with a smile. Exactly. You've worked here for 2 years to pay for a meal? Oh, you've worked here for 2 years to pay for a meal? Haha, fair deal. The director and cameraman both gasped in unison. God, I can't English. Once last year, in front of the shop, we put cherry and corn crepes out as an offering to the neighbors. But the people around here disliked the boss. Only some cute sparrows and one vagabond tried the crepes. My boss was not happy that day. He asked vagabond to pay for his food. I don't know how to pronounce that. Ah? How much could a homeless guy pay? We packed up 2 big boxes of cherry corn crepes and ordered him to take them away. So that's the boss's idea of payment? As I heard Mr. Mills depicting the scene that day, I couldn't help laughing out. The interview went smoothly. This is a small souvenir we've prepared. Please accept. Thanks. Do we have to pay for it? The bill for it. Please taste it. Oh, the bill for it is, please taste it very earnestly. I'll go now. Thank you. It's freshly made. It means the boss was here today? After hearing so many interesting things about Souvenir, my interest in the boss kept growing. Sounds like he's not some capricious, demurring boss, but a generally interesting person. Why can't I English? This boss could be anybody. Mr. Mills is leaving and nobody is watching. Now's my best chance to find out. I tiptoed toward the kitchen, following the path I took with Mr. Mills last time. The afternoon sunlight was dazzling. The glare from the glass door blinded my eye for an instant. By the time my eyes adjusted, I could only catch a tall figure leaving. His silhouette somehow seemed familiar, though I didn't get a clear look. In the glare of the sun, the figure seemed tall and clean-cut. The empty kitchen was clean and quiet. Nothing was left in the oven this time. I watered the plants on the windowsill and went home. Why would you... Excuse me. I choked on my saliva. The first thing I did when I got home was open the gift from Souvenir's boss. Since the last time I tasted the food from Souvenir, the flavor has lingered in my mind. Ah, pudding! The pudding was put in a small, delicate porcelain cup with a thin frosting of caramel. The pudding I have been tantalized by these past few days is now in my hands. What a surprise! Thank you, boss. I scooped up a spoon of pudding and stuffed it into my mouth. As the aroma of pudding spread on my taste buds, deep in my memory, a door seemed to be pushed gently open. What a warm, familiar flavor buried deep in my memory. Suddenly something dawns on me. All these years I've been making pudding just to find this flavor. I put down the spoon and impulsively ran out the door. At that moment, the light was still on in Souvenir. Before Victor, there was a bowl unbefitting of Souvenir's decor. It has a small cartoon chick printed on it. Victor, seemingly waiting for something, took one more look at the clock. Then he laughed, somewhat deprecatingly. I can't
What am I
even.
thinking? How could it be her?
He stood up, turned off the light, and left. Ooh? What was he doing at Souvenir? Okay, for 16. When I realized what I was doing, I was at the door of Souvenir. What am I doing? It's so late. No one will be here. Then the door opened just at that moment. Victor walked out of the door, and when he saw me, he stopped. I never thought I would meet him here. I was dumbfounded. The last time we met was in his CEO's office getting criticized by him. The wind blew and the chimes on the door let out a brisk ring. Ringing? I can't remember what it said. The ringing seemed to be knocking at the door of my heart. Say hello. I'm gonna be nice. Can I? Thank you. Hi, Victor. That's all? You're a patron of Souvenir too?
No.
How embarrassing. Say something. Souvenir is really great. You really should have a try next time.
Great. Don't you find it gimmicky?
Not at all. I've eaten here. It's basically the best thing I've had in my 22-year life. And the boss is super low-key. Good old Victor, making you angry as soon as he opens his mouth. Seeing as I was trying so hard to defend the boss, Victor's mouth curved into a seeming smile. I was momentarily stunned. He lifted up his hand like he wanted to hide something and started shifting his eyes around.
Low key. And he's still letting you shoot here?
And how did you know I was filming here? Why did he go silent again? Mr. Mills probably told him. I mean, you know, that's why he was talking. He was like, this girl's been distracted this whole time. What has she been doing? Mr. Mills was like, oh, I think she was dining here. She was dining here. And he's probably just like, are you serious? Why is it that when he stops talking, it's me who feels embarrassed? While I hesitated, pondering over what to say next, Victor spoke suddenly.
What do you think tastes so good here?
Pudding! He turned to look at me again with a wordless, serious expression. The moonlight in the late night lit up the street very gently. In the calm summer night, you could hear the cicadas. The cicadas. This is an Animal Crossing. Cicadas singing from time to time in the cool air. I'm tapping, I swear. Out of the blue, I felt my heart stop beating suddenly.
Idiot.
Hey, who are you calling an idiot? Victor walked toward me. Huh? Huh? Or is it huh or huh? I don't know. He came close with a faint caramel-like bittersweet smell in his body. It's the new cologne, I'm telling you. It's the new body wash.
Let me give you
Dove,
a
get on
ride.
that. I blinked and looked at him. He patted my head gently.
Let's go.
How tall is he compared to her? I followed behind him, baffled. Okay. How tall? I'm gonna have to search up how tall Victor is. And then I'm going to search up... Actually, no. MC doesn't have a height. But putting her next to them, I can probably determine her height. I have no idea why I'm so tame. Maybe it's the way his expression is barely discernible in the gentle moonlight appearing so tender. Perhaps it's the summer breeze and the cicadas singing too loudly that just tugs at your heartstrings. Oh, she's wearing a t-shirt. I can, like, reuse one of my, outfits. Because I'm running out of, ideas to draw. Victor walked with me in the moonlight alley like we were walking into a whole new world. For an instant, I wished that the road had no end. As I thought that, the world went all quiet. The stars stopped twinkling, the trees stopped swaying. I inadvertently turned to look at Victor. He didn't stop his pace. Why did he stop time? Time has already kind of stopped in this picture. JK. Does he want to stay in this gentle night longer and extend our walk, just like me? I thought of the dream where time stopped and the boy I met in it. I snuck a peek at Victor. I wanted to see his expression at this moment. When I finally realized what was a little off, I was already home. Why did I go to Souvenir? Why did I return after I met Victor? Am I an idiot? Thinking of the sight of me following Victor home obediently, I buried my head under my quilt. After a while, I shyly emerged from my quilt cocoon. I was going to ask Souvenir's boss about the pudding. I didn't expect to run into Victor. So how could Victor turn up there just then? The figure I saw tonight, the figure I saw in the kitchen this afternoon, the smell of caramel and Victor. When I visited Kira on set last time, it was also nearby Souvenir. I also happened to run into Victor. In a flash, I thought of an impossible possibility. No! I reflexively covered my mouth with my eyes wide open. No way. Are you telling me that, Victor is possibly the boss of Souvenir? Hmm? The dictator of fine dining empire. The show about Souvenir was a hit after it aired. As I watched the number of shares and comments soar, my heart was filled with a sense of achievement. Looks like I'm getting the hang of making shows. But the board report, tomorrow. Thinking of that, all the delight was gone instantly. The report material in my hand gave me no confidence at all. Though I've been preparing seriously these few days, the criticism of Victor that day keeps hovering in my mind. When it rains, it pours. Someone seems to be moving in next door. I keep hearing the noise of furniture being dragged. Cannot focus. I'd like to time travel to the day after tomorrow when I finish the report. Then the doorbell rang. Hello, Lucian? Lucien, I don't even... Opened the door, it turned out to be Lucian. The expression on his face was just as surprised. I hope I'm not triggering anybody by calling him Lucian instead of Lucien. I generally just... yeah. Lucian sounds better to me. He seemed unaware this was my apartment.
So, you live here?
What brings you here?
Saying hello to my new neighbor.
That's you moving in next door?
Yes. What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Inconceivable. What are the odds?
No matter how small the chance, I guess it happens.
Like Murphy's Law.
When unlikely events like this happen, it gives people a feeling that fate is real, right?
Yeah. Lucian's smile made me a bit shy. Come in. The work keeps piling up. I'm sorry that my home is a bit messy.
I heard about it. Still working on the investment thing?
Tomorrow's the meeting with the board at LFG. The fate of our investment will totally depend on my report tomorrow.
You seem unsure.
Far worse than that. I am practically terrified. Hearing that, Lucian couldn't help laughing. Professor Lucian, stop laughing.
I can't
Pout.
help it.
I don't want to prepare anymore, but if I stop, I'll only feel more anxious.
You do have to prepare, but...
What? Oh. What? But what?
But what you should prepare is courage and confidence.
I know. This isn't my typical high school presentation, you know, though.
This board report? Just think of it as a live show in front of the board. I'm sure that you've made an exhaustive plan for the show. So perhaps your only concern is lack of confidence, stemming from inexperience in live performance.
Renica laughs nervously, and I'm supposed to be an idol, not a harem protagonist. Lucian's compassion somehow makes me feel a little more confident about the board report. I guess so. How did I never see it like that? So this is basically just an episode of Bankrupt Company Comeback. I know what to do now.
Good luck.
Thank you! Or thank you, Lucian, you're like my life coach. It's so nice to have a friend like you. Sad hours. Okay, how much time? Oh, only 19 minutes. Okay, this is good. I can keep going. Let me just move that up there. There we go. Okay, let's go to time. The next day, LFG board meeting. I'm in a suit, standing in the corner of the meeting room, trying to maintain a smile. Why are there so many people here? I've never seen so many old... Respect your elders, Renica. I've never seen so many men in suits, their faces shrouded with skepticism. Yeah. Do you really need so many board members to scrutinize an investment like ours? Seriously, shouldn't they have a bigger project to concern themselves with? We should just be an appetizer. I stopped Goldman as he passed by. Goldman, is this the right place for our investment application report? Scared. Actually, it's the third time I've seen a meeting this large. But it's only an investment of 50 million. Why the big to-do? 50 million? It's 500. Nani? The CEO has earmarked 500 million for Kirikaya Company. Why else do you think that this many board members have showed up? 500 million? 500 million. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 8 zeros. I was so shocked my face went blank. Is this some kind of prank from Victor? No, not a prank. He's trying to kill me. Are you sure there's no mistake? Oh, there's a mistake. The fact that you came here at all today. Even if you pass this, considering the state of your company, LFG will send a professional management consultant to take over leadership of Kirikaya Company. Which means your studio will no longer be yours. Wait, management consultant? Yeah, we're talking about 500 million. Any problem with that? No. Not only do I not have a problem with that, I'm quite contented actually. Professional management consultant, isn't that what I've been longing for? As I was thinking about all this, a familiar figure appeared in front of me.
The look on your face as I came in made me think we could just call off the board meeting.
He said he wouldn't come, but here he is. Suited up, poker face, looking like a humorless tyrant. The man I met that night couldn't be him. There is no softness in this man at all. Only softness is his freaking silk clothes, my dude. My girl.
It's not too late if you want to give up.
Ew, no. He couldn't be the boss of Souvenir, right? How can a man like this make pudding like that? Why did I read it like that? Then I guess I'll have to disappoint you.
Really? Disappoint me? A person that can't even remember her own notebook.
In his hand is the very notebook I lost that day. My notebook!
Ugh, such sloppy penmanship.
Hey. You read my notebook? That's an invasion of privacy. How dare you?
I accidentally glanced at it.
How did you
It's almost as bad as I
accidentally?
imagined.
Don't you love it when your Wi-Fi just decides to disconnect? Hold on. Okay, I think my Wi-Fi is back, hopefully. That was just a warm-up that day. Today, I'm serious. Just you watch. I turned around and walked toward the podium, head held high. He dares to look down at me. I just have to show him up. Looking at the back of the girl, Victor smiled gently. Why? Several days prior, LFG CEO's office. After the girl dejectedly left the office, Victor's expression grew even icier.
This idiot just walks away without putting up any defense.
He took out his phone, found Renica's number, and tapped on the message button. The cursor blinked for a while. He turned his phone off again. Victor stood up in irritation, then he saw the notebook. There was the poor work report she just made. Miscellaneous scribbles and notes, an exhaustive plan for a show about Souvenir. Victor went through the whole plan carefully.
Really? This close to the meeting and she's still working on this.
At the end of the plan, there were some cute pencil doodles. A girl with shoulder-length hair looking starry-eyed at a parfait cup. He hesitated a while, then took out another. Oh, I did read that right. I'm like, wait, he took out another phone? He hesitated a while, then took out another phone and typed, "You may film here." He regretted having sent it immediately. While he tried to recall it, deet doot, a reply came. Souvenirs, boss? You've saved the day for me. When it's convenient for you, I'll return with a detailed show plan. Victor frowned, letting out an expression of helplessness.
Too late.
Wait, is that the text he was trying to delete the other day in that message thing? I'll show you when after this, but yeah, his lips curved into a smile. So basically, in his moments, where was it? There. How do you delete? Yes, I changed everyone's names. So I'm probably just gonna change it back because I thought I would only do the messages, but Victor is basically angry CEO. And so he says, "How do you delete a sent text?" And I'm like, "You can't." So yeah, if you're wondering, angry CEO is Victor, smart boy is Lucian, Jimin number 2 is Kiro, because I make that joke. I hope that's not offensive. And senpai is Gavin, because why not? Okay, now we're on 422. Is it 422 or 420? Because I think I just did 420. Yeah, I just did 420, sorry. I forgot, okay. As Lucian went about unpacking everything, the TV was on, tuned to the show about Souvenir. After blowing up online, it was picked up to be aired on TV too. He took a sip of tea and let out a smile while watching the noisy show. He typed out a message.
I've got everything unpacked. So after today's report, how about dinner in my new home?
Ooh, yes. Do you cook? Smart boy. Smart boy. A wind blew in through the window, flipping the pages of an investment agreement on the table. Gavin, stop. JK. A huge investment targeting a research project about evil stimulation and gene train. Okay. And the investor's signature on the agreement was Victor. Victor? Wait a minute, so you're telling me you let the scientist... Actually, no, he's a scientist doing research, so obviously he'd be more important than TV company. Yeah, okay. The world is a cruel arena. Evolve or get eliminated. Even though Gavin had told me about the assassination incident, that cruel world is still a long way away from me. Afterwards, I often thought back on that time. At the time, we had just met, and the story had just begun. At that time, I had no idea what lay behind that glittering memory. The cruel fact that would make my world collapse. Ooh. So yes, I played through. I'm trying to finish up this event thingy so that I can get Lucian's thing. The only problem is I don't know how I'm gonna do the friend request 10 times because like I don't want to friend like strangers, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have to be forced to do that in order to get Lucian's thing, which is kind of sad, but yeah. How much time are we on? 28. Let's keep going. So 5-1. Shadow under a camphor tree was gently swaying in the wind. A boy and I leaned against the tree and I closed our eyes. Oh gosh. The boy in the lab coat was awake. He opened his eyes and looked at my little figure. Oh wait, what did that say? Something about a foodness? I didn't see. He put his hand on his chest, trying to get something out of there. As I woke up and opened my eyes, the camphor tree is still rustling, but under the tree there was just me. I knocked on my neighbor's door. Hey, a neighbor! No response. Is Lucian not back home yet? Seems that researchers have to work overtime sometimes too. I'll wait. The studio was commissioned by Loveland TV to make a show to raise awareness in the general public about autism. Yes, we all agreed that professional opinions are very important for a topic that's not well understood by most people. As a result, why do these professors have different opinions? Whom should we listen to? These professors are from different research fields. Maybe we should consider all of them? How? Some of their suggestions are contradictory to each other. I say let's give it our own take on it. No, no, no. This is a complex, nuanced topic. You could easily get something wrong. It's our relationship with Loveland TV that won us the investment from LFG. We can't be too careful about the TV assignments. Then what should we do? Give me some time. And so, since Professor Lucian was my neighbor, it was my duty to meet with him. At 8 p.m., I opened my door and paid close attention for any sounds coming from across the hall. Alright, prepare some questions while waiting for Lucian. At 10 p.m., Miracle Finder ended. I let out a yawn, already sleepy. Where did he go? Sometime that night. A book splatted onto my face. I had dozed off on the couch. The next morning, I woke up on the sofa with a start. Oh no, I forgot to close the door. Yet when I looked at it, it was closed. Is my memory playing tricks on me? Knock, knock, knock. I knocked on my neighbor's door. No response. Did he leave already or did not? I waited for several nights. He never showed up. Sorry, I had to pause it. My Wi-Fi went out. I tried to call him but got no response. Is he snowed under with some project? Maybe he's too busy. I hesitated and finally decided to call his institute. Professor Lucian, no, he's not been particularly busy. He's left at 5 p.m. every day. Oh, do you happen to know where he goes every day? I really have no idea. Oh, okay, thanks. Not working overtime, then what is he doing all night long? I felt I had run into something big. I knocked on my neighbor's door. It's 9 p.m. The genius is not home yet. Maybe Lucian just moved somewhere new again?
Do you need help?
I turned around and saw Lucian. The living, breathing Lucian. I was not hallucinating. You're finally home, Before I finished, he opened the door and walked in.
Sorry, but I have to go back out tonight. If there's something I can help you with, let's talk later.
Boy, I'm gonna be asleep later. Lucian entered his house, grabbed his tablet, walked down, and closed the door.
See you later.
He politely said goodbye and left in a hurry. What's this boy doing all night? Before I got the chance to say another word. What are you up to all night, genius scientist? I would totally name him genius scientist if there wasn't like a limit to the character thingy. How many minutes are we at? 33? Okay, let's continue. This late? Where could he be going? I was wondering if I should follow him. Oh, fine, let's follow him. I'm losing sight of him. If I don't go, I might never know where he's been. Putting on a dark hat, I followed him in secret. Let the investigation of the secret of the all-night genius scientist begin. After leaving home, Lucian went to an internet cafe. Genius scientist addicted to esports stays up trying to make champion tier. Before long, he left there and went to a gym. Internet cafe, then a workout? But not long after, Lucian walked out again. Is 10 minutes enough for a workout? Lucian went to a theater. I leaned out from behind a billboard. Lucian was talking with some actors. They seemed quite familiar. Lucian knows actors. Not long after, Lucian and the actors went to a food stall.
Hi, I'll have the veggie dish.
That all?
Yes, thanks.
How about you over there, miss? When I realized that he was talking to me, I grabbed a flyer to cover my face and waved my hand. Luckily, Lucian didn't look back. Soon he said goodbye to the actors and left the stall. Then he went into a bar. He's got quite the nightlife. Excuse me, sorry, trying to get through. The loud music rocked my eardrums, and I thought I might have go deaf at any time. The dimly lit place was filled with people. I lost track of Lucian. My tailing operation succeeded for barely an hour. I finally shouldered my way out of the bar. The night breeze blew gently. The streets at night are quite serene. Why can't I ask Gavin to spy on him? JK. Phew, much better now. Alright, I better go home. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and stretched my body fully. I opened my eyes. Lucian was standing right in front of me. The first thought through my head is, oh no, my cover's blown.
What a coincidence.
Yeah. Lucian looked clean and smooth, as usual, no smell of liquor. Did he really go into that bar? Maybe I followed the wrong guy.
What?
Ah, nothing. What a coincidence. Hey, we meet again, handsome.
Hi.
Lucian said hello to the attractive woman who blew him a kiss in return and stumbled back into the bar. Confused noises. I guess he really was in that bar. I looked at him. He seemed very natural, seemingly thinking nothing was wrong.
You were at this bar?
Yep. I came with my co-workers. It's too noisy for me, haha.
Let me walk you home. It's late.
Sure, thanks. I kept peeking at Lucian all the way home. I really wanted to ask him what he's been doing all night. But then he would know I was following him. Lucian is a genius scientist who works out, goes to bars, and eats at food stalls at all hours of the night. Is my Wi-Fi? My Wi-Fi just went oof again. But, This is just too different from the Lucian I know, right? My thoughts raced as we walked until I suddenly realized we were at my door.
Good night.
Yeah, you too. When I closed the door, I heard the sound of the elevator arriving. Huh? I looked out through the peephole and could see Lucian getting back into the elevator. Where is he going now? It's midnight. The network is reconnecting. Okay, 5-6, let's go. 15 minutes later, sporting my black hat, I followed Lucian to an all-night movie theater. I have to see this through. I stood outside the cinema that's only open from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m., hesitating if I should enter. What kind of movies does an all-night movie theater play anyway? Why did Lucian come to this kind of place? I waited another 15 minutes, but Lucian never came out. I hesitated and finally entered the theater. Give me the same ticket that man bought just now. The ticket seller, an advanced mathematics book in hand, was struggling not to fall asleep. He scratched his head at me. Miss, it's late. This isn't the kind of place for you. I am an adult. I can go wherever I please. Just give me one of the same ticket that he just sold. Do you really want to see this kind of movie? He looked at me dubiously. Just give it to me. I grabbed the ticket from his hand, paid the money, and entered the theater nervously. Lucian sat up front, right in the middle. I inconspicuously hid in the last row. On screen was a black and white movie playing at a poor frame rate. It was Audrey Hepburn on the screen. I took a look at the ticket in my hand. World Classic Movie Collection. Why did the ticket seller give me such a look, trying to give me the wrong idea? As if he could hear what I was murmuring, Lucian looked back. I quickly lowered my head. He took out his tablet, writing as he watched. Wait, what? Is he making notes? Is he planning to get into filmmaking? I looked back and forth between the screen and Lucian, baffled. It seemed for now he was intent on watching this movie and had no plans to change locations again. The black and white picture with the old music finally made me fall asleep after all my efforts following Lucian.
Wake up. It's 5 a.m. The theater's closing.
I opened my eyes disoriented and saw a beautiful neck. and Lucian's chin. I jumped up in the start, almost tripping over a seat. Was I just asleep in a movie theater all night? I looked at Lucian. He was laughing, seeming to find me amusing.
You're that surprised to see me?
No, I scratched my head, but still had no idea how to explain.
Do you come here to watch movies at night too?
Yeah. So many classics. The perfect thing to watch in the middle of the night. Black and white movies are the perfect thing at night if you're trying to fall asleep. Lucian looked at me with his not-quite smile, seemingly enjoying my reaction. He seemed to see through my clumsy acting skills.
Let's go. This place is closing.
Oh, sure. I walked out. The young ticket seller let out a yawn and prepared to close. He greeted Lucian. You know each other?
I come here all the time.
Huh? Are you two? Oh, I see. He cocked his eyebrows at me like he understood everything completely. What do you see? You got the wrong idea. Lucian, let's go. Ticket seller now gave Lucian a look, who then looked at me questioningly. I pretended to look at the sky and stretch. It's been a long time since I saw the city at 5 a.m. So long, see you two again next time, eh? I spun back around, dragging Lucian away in the opposite direction. What a strange person. I have no idea what he's talking about. Ha ha ha.
You don't know what he's talking about. Really?
He must have known something. Embarrassed, I just hoped he would drop this topic.
Did you like the movie last night?
Thank goodness he didn't press the subject. Yeah, it's beautiful. Roman Holiday. The first one they were showing is my favorite. Actually, I only got to watch Roman Holiday before I dozed off.
Why did you like it?
It's got great narrative pace and cinematography. Though it's black and white, the variation of light and shade in scenes is enjoyable. The composition is so good too. Every shot is impeccable. To say nothing of the characters. The plot and topic are simple. The performances are understated, but it's classic and thought-provoking. Basically a textbook movie. I don't know how many times I've watched it. As I listed off the reasons, I found Lucian looking at me, smiling seemingly for no reason. Hey, what's wrong? Did I say something funny?
No, not at all.
Ah, sorry. I tend to go on about film-related things. As a film student, I can kind of relate, but I don't bring it up in everything.
The way you lit up when you talked about it was just really cute to me.
This boy! Hearing Lucian say that, I got a little self-conscious.
So, did you like the story?
Yeah, two people from different worlds have their paths converge. Falling in love within 24 hours, a romance in black and white. I guess every girl would like to experience a date like this.
You included?
Of course.
But they didn't end up together.
Yeah, but they grew from the experience.
Growth from an irrational emotion. Don't you feel strange about that?
Of course not. Haven't you ever changed yourself for someone you love? The question seemed to surprise Lucian. His brows lifted.
No.
Oh.
I haven't. Have you?
Nope. Actually, even if it's two people not in love, their being together will inevitably change each other.
Then, that applies to us as well.
Now that I think about it, I actually never experienced it personally. But I have the experience of changing for each other while being together, even though love may not be the reason.
Then, would you change me? If we were together, that is.
Huh?
You wouldn't?
Not like that, but that's not an appropriate way of putting it. Does Lucian really know what he's saying? Lucian looked at me with a smile.
Then, I'll ask again when the time is more appropriate.
This boyo is kind of adorable. How much are we at? 44? Let's keep going. After going home and showering, I forced myself to go into the office. After a whole day of work, my mind is even more cloudy. Aw, man, I really need some sleep. Sorry to bump into you. Annika, look at you. I feel like Anna would just be Lana in this instance. What? What's wrong? Those dark circles under your eyes. I know work isn't crazy, but get yourself enough rest, alright? Sorry, I'll be more careful. I think I'll just go nap in the office. With my face planted on the desk, I fell into slumber. No, I'll never tell Lucian at night again.
Tail who?
Yeah. The sudden voice gave me a start. I lifted my head. What is Senpai doing here? I'm sorry. Okay. Gavin was standing before my desk, blocking the sunlight from outside. He looked down at me, his face revealing a hint of danger. What, Gavin? Why are you here?
You weren't answering your phone, so I came to check up on you.
It's on mute. My phone. I took out my phone, saw several unanswered calls. Sorry, I was too sleepy to notice. But how did you get in here? The window that was closed is now open. The blowing wind tells me how. This boy! They're crazy. This is the 19th floor!
Should I have knocked on your window first?
No, I meant... never mind.
Is this a photo of you and your father?
Gavin looked at the photo on my desk. Yeah, it's me and my dad when I was 5. Gavin picked up the photo.
You look thin.
I was perhaps a bit undernourished back then? I can't really remember.
Can I take a picture of it?
Sure. But why?
That's something I can't tell you.
Gavin is an evil special agent, always investigating evil-related cases. Did you come here today just for the photo?
There's one more thing. If you run into anyone you suspect is an evolver, tell me right away. Got it?
But aren't you the most suspicious evolver I know? Yes, Gavin, arrest yourself. I mean, not really, but you know. One who just breaks into others' offices through the window.
Anyone might hurt you, but I'm the least likely to.
Gavin patted my... What is with them and patting poor Renika's head? Oh my gosh. You're gonna stump her growth even more. Gavin patted my head gently. Okay.
Right. Gotta go.
Oh, please tell me the recording didn't, get my stomach rumbling. Then Gavin jumped back out through the open window. Though I knew he wouldn't get hurt, I was still worried and went to the window to see. Just like that, he was gone. Suddenly, Gavin appeared from above, dragging me out of the window. Sir, I'm wearing a skirt, or Renika is wearing a skirt. Suddenly, Gavin appeared from above, dragging me out of the window in a flash. Yeah! Or I don't even know. Ah!
Is it that scary?
Boy, Gavin pulled me into his arms and hung in the air. Ah, I'm scared to death. That doesn't look scared, it looks angry.
So you don't feel sleepy?
Yes, 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 I'm completely awake. Put me back. Boy, you did not just... Oh, you probably gave her like a heart attack. Oh my gosh. Gavin took me back into the office with a smile.
Don't go around tailing people at night. Protect yourself. Come to me if you encounter any danger, alright?
Got it. Let the poor girl sleep, please. I patted my chest, still scared. Boss, who are you talking with? Villa opened the door and entered. Ah, an old schoolmate. That handsome one who was on the show? Where is he now? I turned my head. Gavin was already gone. I was talking at the... Smart. I'm sorry, I just saw that pop up and now I'm laughing. I had a hard time staying awake at work today, huh? Yeah, super sleepy. That's the wrong button. Super sleepy. Guess it's a bad idea to watch a midnight movie on a work night. I envy you for being so energetic. Didn't expect it to be so tiring. Roman Holiday was a great movie, but your body needs a holiday too sometimes. Guess it's a bad idea to watch a midnight movie on a work night. Didn't expect it to be so tiring. Roman Holiday was a great movie, but your body needs a holiday too sometimes. How did you stay awake? Usually it's because I like the movie. Yesterday was because I like Yesterday was because I like you. I'm actually hoping to ask you out on another movie. Today? No, don't worry, not a midnight movie, and not today either. On the weekend, I mean. Let's go to the movie, just you and me. Sure, I'd love to. Where's the exclamation mark? Great, let's decide on the deets later then. Did the scientist dude who's probably, what, 24, 23, just say deets? Should I change smart boys? Okay, nobody text me. Let's just get some achievements really quick and then I'll end. Yeah, I'll end the episode here. I hope you guys are enjoying my playthrough. This video should be up before, it might be up on Sunday, depending on when I manage to edit this. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode.